We've got some breaking news on the Trump-Iran nuclear deal announcement. I want to bring in my colleague, CBS News political correspondent Ed O'Keefe. Ed, we understand you're hearing some rumblings on Capitol Hill. What can you tell us?
Hi there, Rena. We know now that the president will announce in the next hour that the United States is withdrawing from the Iranian nuclear agreement and will reimpose sanctions on the Iranian regime. Congressional leaders are being informed about this decision by senior administration officials, and that information being conveyed to congressional officials comes after, it seems, world leaders were told. First word of this came from France, where there were reports that the French president spoke with President Trump about this morning, and that he was told that Trump would be announcing they're pulling out of the deal. At this moment, Vice President Pence is in a lunch with Republican senators. I was texting with a senator in the room a little while ago who said that Pence is discussing this, but is not actually sharing details of what the president is going to announce. He's not getting in front of the boss. As the senator said, Pence said he will not confirm what the president is doing, but in essence is sort of explaining everything else but that final decision. So it does appear that the president will be able to say today that he's fulfilling a signature campaign pledge, and that is to rip up the deal with Iran, and we'll see what exactly he plans to do after that. One of the sources that we spoke with said that there will be sort of 90-day and 180-day drawdowns out of elements of the deal. Which elements and how long it will take was unclear, but this will not be an overnight thing. This will take a few months, essentially, to sort itself out. Either way, the president will signal today the Iranian deal, as we know it, is done.
And I'm curious what particularly Republican members on Capitol Hill are saying about this decision. And also, we have a checks and balances system. Is there anything that Congress could do if they wanted to present a united front to push back?
Well, that's a good question, Rena, and that's not immediately clear to us. There has been some Republican concern today about the decision by the president, notably coming from the Republican chairman of the House Foreign Affairs Committee, Ed Royce of California, who we should note is retiring from Congress, so has a little more leeway in what he can do and say, given that he won't face political consequences. There was a hearing this morning in the House committee about the Iran deal. Royce made clear that while he was opposed to the United States joining this agreement in the first place, he has concerns about Trump pulling out of it now, saying that there really should be some way that the United States and the European allies can figure out a way to fix the general concerns that the Trump administration has about the transfer of hundreds of millions of dollars to the Iranians and about other aspects of the deal. Essentially just saying, look, should we really be doing this? In Royce's view, no. Let's see if diplomacy can work its course and perhaps sort out some of these details and allow the general agreement to live on.
And what are you watching for as the president is set to announce officially at about 2 p.m. Eastern today? What will you be watching for in his speech?
It'll be interesting to me, Rena, to see how much of this is perhaps delivered to the nation and how much of this is delivered in the sense of the world. Is he trying to, just sort of explain himself and appease his supporters for political purposes, and would he highlight that this was a signature campaign pledge? Or will he try to sort of explain this to the entire globe, which obviously is concerned about this and watching it closely, especially in Europe, given that they were so involved in this agreement? The other thing is, does he leave any opening for the possibility that there is some kind of ongoing conversation, and we know there is, and that he sort of blesses those conversations to continue and possibly draw up a new agreement?
Ed O'Keefe, Ed, thank you so much for joining us.